guys, it's Sanox and I'm back with another Call of Duty video. So this time I'm going to be showing you the best configurations for RAM-7 and Holger 26 weapons. These are the two new weapons, introduced in Season 1. These are free, everyone can get these. So, you should know how to, best equip these weapons so you have what you need. Like, each playstyle is different, and so does the attachments. The gun is only as good as the attachments are. So let's start. So for now I'm going to be showing you three styles. Like one will be like for up close quarters, where you need movement speed. It will be all about speed and ADS speed. That's all. It will be all about movement and ADS speed, and less about accuracy and more about speed. It's gonna be like that. The second one is where you want to play tactically, so it will have some range, it will have a little slower ADS, it will have a little slower movement, but it will have a range and aiming stability. It will also have recoil control, so we'll look into it later. And the third one will be like total camping. If you are someone who wants to sit back and let the enemy come to you and then pick them off, that's what you do in this game, right? So the third one will be suitable for you. So let's start with the run and gun blueprint type or attachments. So for run and gun, this is my loadout, my attachments. I'll show you each in detail, so stay tuned. Now we don't need a muzzle for run and gun. These are trash. These are really trash. I never use muzzle unless it's on 725. Yeah. So let's start with the barrel. The barrel here is the 13.5-inch F-TAC compact. It gives you faster ADS and it gives you faster movement speed. That's a plus with run and gun. You need to move faster. You need to aim down the sights faster. So that's all you need, that right there. Now you can have a laser. I don't, because I personally think it's a waste of time. So you can actually have a laser instead of rear grip. I personally think it's not my play style, because it gives me my position, and also it makes someone easier to snipe me. Suppose I'm aiming at a sniper, he'll see where my laser is and he'll just snipe me, even without the zoom optics or anything like that. So I personally don't prefer laser, but if you do want sprint to fire speed, then obviously go for the 5 MW laser. Or see, 5 MW laser gives you sprint to fire speed, and TAC laser gives you ADS, aim stability, and aim walking speed. But I don't think you need TAC laser. I really don't think you need TAC laser. You need 5 watt laser for hip accuracy and sprint to fire speed. That's all you need, because you already have ADS speed on all the other attachments, so you don't need here. You need some stability and accuracy. So that's where 5 MW laser comes. Okay, so moving on to optic. Now this gun has a special optic called Cronin 2x2 Elite optic. This is a special for this gun only. No other gun has it, but I would suggest you use it on this type of play style. It does give you 4 times zoom, but it's not good for run and gun. I tried it. It's not good for run and gun. It's so I'd suggest you better stick with the GI mini reflex optic, which is pretty nasty. You know that. It's a simple red dot sight which has a wider frame, and it gives you a good view other than your where your reticle is focusing. So you have a good view of surrounding, you have accurate red dot, and you have a good frame. So technically GI mini reflex is the best sight for run and gun style at this SMG. Now stock. Now there are 3 stocks you can see. We only need the ADS speed one, because that will give you faster ADS speed, so you can just delete enemies faster. Since you are going up close range, you don't need a lot of stability. All you need is speed. So I'll suggest you go with the XRK close quarters stock. It is pretty nasty. I've tried it. And at last, the operator grip, that it's gonna give you recoil control. It's gonna slow down your ADS a little bit, but since all the other attachments have ADS, you don't need ADS on this. So recoil control is, to be honest, it's to your best side. Or you can go for a Ranger prototype with recoil control and aiming stability. So it's pretty much one and the same. So this is the best loadout for run and gun. I have tried it. It deletes people. It is very nasty. It is powerful. And since you're going up close range, it's now listen. This is not a loadout for long range map like Piccadilly or Grasna Raid or Ania Palace. It's the loadout for more of a closed maps like Shoot House, Crash, or Hackney Yard, Gunrunner. It's the loadout for these kind of maps. If you're gonna get this loadout and go into like a super long range map like Ania Place or Euphrates Bridge perhaps, then I'm sorry to say you'd be at a drastic disadvantage because you don't have any aiming stability at all. So keep in mind that this loadout is only for the close combat. Just for the close combat. You can have a knife or a pistol with it. It doesn't matter. But this is only for close quarters. Now let's move on to some tactical playstyle. Now for tactical playstyle, I'll suggest you to go with the Forged Tac Eclipse barrel. It is probably one of the best barrel available for this gun. Now the XRK Ranger barrel does offer you recoil control, but it reduces your movement speed and ADS speed, which you don't want. Whereas the Forged Tac Eclipse only reduces your ADS speed, but gives you bullet velocity and damage range the same. So we go with the Tac Eclipse. Now here you gotta change the optics to Cronen 222 Elite. So yeah, now this is actually the special optic, as I said, for this gun only, and it is pretty accurate. It is kind of like the AIM OP. I'll show you what was the name of it. Oh, I got Titanfall 2 installed. I never thought I would install it, but it's installed since it's a free PS Plus game. I'll be doing its campaign playthrough soon, so stay tuned for that too. Okay, so as I was saying, this 222 Cronen sight is same as AIM OP reflex sight, but it gives you a greater zoom and a bigger reticle. So it is best for tactical playthrough. Now tactical playthrough doesn't mean camping. Tactical playthrough means you obviously go up close and personal to the enemy, you obviously rush towards the enemy, but you also sometimes stay back and let the enemy come to you. For example, like when you're holding a point, or maybe you are hurt, so you just wait for some time. You hear enemies, you wait for some time, and you accurately pick them off. That's where this comes in. Also, don't try to switch it to a single shot fire. It is very bad at a single shot fire. It is, however, it is not Odin, obviously. It is very bad at single shot fire, but it is too good in the fully automatic mode. So always be on that. Okay, now for tactical playthrough, we do now XRK Ultra Red Hollow. This is trash. This is total trash. You don't need that, seriously, because it only gives you aim locking movement speed, which is useless. I mean, you don't walk with your gun, holding the ADS down. You don't do that. You either walk, like either run, which is XRK close quarter stock is good for that, or you either just walk normally and just aim and fire. So for this kind of playthrough where you don't need much of movement speed, F-Tac equilibrium stock is good for you. So this is a normal stock. It's not normal looking stock. It provides you with aiming stability. However, it decreases your movement speed, or sorry, aim locking movement speed, which is pretty useless. I mean, see, no one walks holding the ADS down unless they are sneaking around on some objectives and like that. But no one really walks ADS way. And now you will say aim locking movement speed is good for dodging bullets and all that. Yeah, it is good. I can say that. Yeah, it's true. But when you're dodging the bullets, you also need accuracy, right? If you're not accurate, you're gonna lose all your shots, and the other guy will hit you and kill you. So for that, F-tag equilibrium, is good. Now we'll go with the ammunition. Now 45 rounds ammunition mag is pretty good. We'll trade laser for that, because since we are not running and gunning right now, we don't need sprint to fire speed. So 45 round mag is pretty good. It makes it kind of like half an LMG, and you don't have to reload as often as with the normal mag. So I'd say 45 rounds mag is good. Now under barrel grip, you gotta change to the commando grip or the tactical grip. See, why I would suggest commando grip, because it provides an additional aiming stability. Why? Now you'd ask why? Because we are not running and gunning. We don't need that much speed, but we do need ADS speed. Now, since all the other attachments trade off the ADS speed, the zoom optics, the stock, they trade off ADS speed. You need ADS speed while on your underbarrel grip. So this is the reason. Well, here it is. Here's the thing. Here's the gun attachments, gun blueprint, I guess, for a tactical, thinking and shooting place. It's not like just rushing everywhere. It's for thinking. It's for thinking people. It's for people who think, for people who understand the map, for people who flank, or sometimes just stay back, let the enemy come to you. It's for them like that. Okay. So the other one is pretty much now the next one is pretty much all the range. We're gonna use the XRK barrel, the same optic, the same stock. We're gonna use the operator grip here. We're gonna use the granulated trip instead of the stock. So this makes it a long range weapon. Technically not much difference between the blaster we saw and this, but I pretty much like the second one we saw. This is for like a total laid back playthrough, which I don't really prefer. Now, so this is the RAM-7. As I said, it's not the best gun out there. It's not the it's not a much versatile gun out there, but it does have some versatility, some changes you can do. So here, that's what you just saw. But the other gun, the Holger 26, is a really customizable gun, which is pretty interesting. Now let's see. Okay, so this is the wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, preview animation. Okay, yeah. So this is the Holger 26 LMG. It has 2 drum mags, 50-50 each, obviously 100. It has a long barrel. It has, see, it's a pretty beautiful gun, I would say. It's a bullpup style LMG. It's a pretty beautiful gun, I would say. It's definitely the best. Now, so let's see the best things, attachments for it. Now we're gonna now there are 2 barrels here, XRK Ultra Light and XRK Spitfire. I'm gonna show you the both. First, we're not gonna equip any barrel. Let it be the same. We're gonna equip muzzle, monolithic, because it gives you damage range and sound suppression, which is pretty good. We're gonna equip optics now. Solo 0 K4984 into integral optics is pretty good. I like it. It is like it is kind of like the 3 into the VL scope. It's kind of like a 4 into flip hybrid without real. It's not hybrid, but it has a pretty good red dot scope and a 4 into zoom. So we're gonna equip first that. Then the stock here, stocks, we're gonna go with the FFS Ranger stock. Ammunition, obviously we're gonna keep it the same. Under barrel, it doesn't have a bipod, so we're gonna go with Ranger for grip. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 4. we can equip a perk for frangible wounding or frangible disabling, which is the best for LMGs. And we're gonna if you don't want the perk, you can just go with the granted chip. So this is the loadout for LMG, for if you want a real good LMG experience. This is the loadout you want. Like if you want like what qualifies as an LMG? It has a big mag, it has range, it has good optics, it has aiming stability, and it has a bit of recoil control. So that's what qualifies an LMG, which is why you guys use LMG. That's the reason. Like you don't have to reload very fast. It damages good. It's fire rated fast. So this is what makes an LMG. This is what is a normal Holger 26 LMG should be. There. It's for players who like to use LMG, like for domination, for long range maps, for medium range maps. It doesn't matter. It is for players who want a typical LMG experience. This is the attachments you have to use for a typical LMG experience. Now comes the extra part. Now these parts. Now this thing I'm going to show you next is pretty nasty. Okay, so what we can do here is you can use the XRK ultralight barrel. We can go for see, it has Cronon C4, not this. Wait, it has. Yeah, we can go with the FFS integral reflex, which is a 2 into zoom sight thing. Now for under barrel, we're gonna go with the commando foregrip here. Ammunition, we're gonna keep the same. With rear grip, we're gonna go with the ADS speed, and yeah, for stock we are gonna go with the we're gonna go with the FFS Ranger only, and we will have a laser. So now this is kind of a different LMG. It has shorter range. It really doesn't have a lot of range, but it has 100 round max, so you won't run out of it. It has faster ADS speed timing, it has recoil control, and a little bit of movement speed too. So it's good for medium range maps like Gunrunner or Azir Cave. Is good for these maps. You have a 100 round mag, but you still have an experience as an AR. Like you have a experience of a rifle, but it's actually an LMG. So this is pretty much good for that. Now the next I'm gonna show you is for total run and gun players, like for close quarters map, for run and gun players only, for players who like to rush in and just shoot the hell out of everyone. It's for those players who just rush without any thought and all that. So we're gonna keep the optics same. Optic would be same. We're gonna switch to, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. We're gonna switch to 8.9 inch Spitfire barrel. Okay, I promise you, let me go through it, you will see the difference yourself. Okay, so we're gonna go with the the barrel FTAC 8.98 inch barrel. Now stock, we are totally gonna remove this stock. We don't need, we need rear grip. We get triple rear. We don't need laser. Who needs laser anyway? And ammunition, we're gonna, okay. So this, okay, did you see what I did there? I made this into an SMG. Now this is an LMG. This is the Holger 26 Gunsmith. Kills by this will still be counted as your LMG kills, but now it's an SMG too. It's a close range weapon. It has super fast ADS speed, it has super fast movement speed, it has recoil control, it has aiming stability, and it has a 30 round mag too. So it's pretty much the MP7 right here. it's an SMG. We just turned an LMG into an SMG. How cool is that? It is so cool. Now if you are willing to trade off a little bit of ADS speed for the normal mag, I would say you go with it, because then go for the rubberized grip trip, because now you have recoil control too. So technically now you have an SMG, a close range weapon, which holds 100 rounds, an SMG with 100 rounds. It is pretty crazy. Like, you have no stock, you have small range, you have faster ADS, but you have 100 round mag. And if you want more, more ADS speed, then just change the mag to 30 rounds mag, and it will make it a proper SMG. So there you go, guys. This is the best attachments for different play styles on Holger 26, the LMG. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and comment what attachments are you gonna use, what type of player you are, a run and gun player or a tactical player, what you are. Just let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications for so you never miss an upload from me. I'm soon gonna be uploading the walkthroughs or let's plays of what's that game called? I forgot what is the game called. Titanfall 2, yeah. Sorry, I'm just playing so many different games right now. It's hard to remember names. So I know it's an old game, but I would be very happy if you support me, support the channel. I'm gonna be commenting on that. I'm also gonna be uploading Outlast 2 and Resident Evil 7 in the coming month. So just stay tuned for that. If you want to watch me get scared to my death, then please tune in for my Outlast 2 and Resident Evil 7 live stream and videos as well. So this was all it for today. This is me, Arnox, signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.